Garden's still pretty barren. We can definitely improve this.
You've introduced a new species. After you plant it, I'll provide more detail. Foliage shifts colors with the temperament. Quite dazzling. I wonder what color it would display on Kobo.
Although most people would not know it, the pine fern is one of the most ubiquitous ferns in the known galaxy. It is often mistaken for other bushes due to almost never looking the same from one planet to the next. Its leaves are highly reactive to the climate of a planet and will change hues based on temperature, sunlight, soil, and even air quality.
Ooh, a bluebell squish! How fascinating! Its flower has a most unusual scent, drawn from the moss as it blooms. I find it quite pleasant.
The bluebell squish is often found in the damp places of the galaxy, drawing moisture from the air around it. However, it can survive in less humid environments by storing liquid in its mossy root sac, which balloons as it grows. Through judicious rationing of its stores, the plant can endure on even arid climates like Kobo.
That tuber maw will take to the soil well, I believe. The bright colors are to intimidate predators. Truly, the plant is harmless and quite pretty.
Tuber moths ended up with a reputation as an unwanted weed after curious collectors took samples, admiring the small plant's purple heart. However, when they blossomed into an unruly shock of tubers, many found them visually unappealing and discarded them. Able to survive in the cracks and crevices of society, they continued to thrive despite no longer being valued by the horticultural elite.
work is really paying off, BD.
Ah, I was hoping you'd find seeds like that. Put one in the ground. I'll share what I've learned.
That's it.
I see you planted a spine fluff. They are quite adorable, but beware. Nested amongst those plumes are some claw-sharp needles.
The spine fluff was first discovered on a planet teeming with predatory creatures, each vying for dominance over the environment. The spine fluff, much valued by the beasts for their nutrient-rich bulbs, developed camouflaged spines. Nestled amongst the attractive plumage are spines sharp enough to draw blood and hopefully deter any predator looking for a meal.
That fire pineapple will bloom, I am sure of it. Cut past the roots, and the fruit beneath is quite delicious, if you can endure its pungency.
The fire pineapple is distantly related to the cactus ball, sharing its characteristic tapered and sharp stems. Uniquely, however, a fire pineapple blossoms into a flower that seems as a conflagration, hence the name. Its fruit, also, is considered a delicacy to some, but its deeply pungent aroma is off-putting to species with a finely tuned olfactory senses, as is its overpowering taste.
You found a jelly spire, I see. It may look flimsy, but they have a strong, fibrous core keeping them steady.
The crimson jelly spire first developed on a planet racked by a shifting and volatile climate. Its gelatinous exterior evolved to resist extremes of both heat and cold, while its highly durable, fibrous core stem resisted punishing winds and even seismic activity. Collectors found them a desirable oddity for a time before growing bored of them, leading to their eventual proliferation around the outer rim.
a cactus ball. Its sharpest thorns are right in the center to defend against the most persistent predator.
A cactus ball is designed to survive in dry environments, meaning certain areas of Kobo are teeming with them. While other members of the plant genus stand tall and upright with deep roots, the cactus ball eschews that for shorter roots and a spherical form. If uprooted by predators or the elements, it rolls easily, then replants its roots when it comes to a stop in a new location.
Just you wait for that golden light moss to grow. Observe the roots that rise up underneath, helping the flowers to reach nearby light sources.
Upon first seeing a golden light moss, many are convinced that the plant is capable of self-locomotion, owing to the leg-like roots that support the plant's base. This is not entirely untrue. Although the moss cannot move conventionally, the roots do grow vertically, working in concert with the yellow-white blossoms to chase the sunlight.
That fruit shell will be wonderful when it flowers. The wide-brimmed leaves provide shade for the thin stem, which can blister in the heat very easily, you know.
The planet from which the palm fruit shell originated was once temperate, until an unknown geological event caused its atmosphere to weaken, flooding the planet with heat and intensity from the system's star. Most plant life on the surface quickly died, including many of the palm fruit shell's genus. However, the planet's wide-brimmed leaf provide just enough cover for its tender stems, keeping the species alive until a sample could be rescued by conservationists.
We can talk later. Kobo spiker. The name says it all. Protection from predators and quite effective. The flower is most intricate and beautiful, but its spines are so sharp that it is best observed from afar. You clearly have a talent for this, Cal.
Thanks. Breeze taught me a little. How long you been gardening?
Since I was a child, I've always enjoyed the company of plants. In my adolescence, I joined a well-respected nursery. My work became a passion, and I soon stumbled upon an innovation.
What was it?
Hybridizing diverse genotypical specimens with novel macrocosmetic environments. A mouthful, yes. I mean that I developed a talent for growing new plants in new places.
Well, these specimens are lucky to have you here.
That's what they tell me.
The Kobo spiker may look like it could be found in the recesses of deep space, but it is in fact a Kobo native. It blossoms into a beautiful crystalline-looking flower, surrounded by fractious and intimidating spines that deter investigation. There are some Kobo locals, however, who choose to ignore such warnings and have the wounds to prove it.
Healy, what made you stop your research?
I lost my lab. Once the Empire occupied my planet, it seized my nursery, uprooting every flower, fern, and sapling.
That's horrible.
Worse, they repurposed my lab into a biochemical weapons facility. All my research, now used as a means for death. I refused to cooperate, escaped on an unlicensed shuttle, and here I am.
Well, you're safe here.
I have been told that before, but when you say it, I believe it, Cal. The plants plants need me. I've cleared another plot for you. Thank you for growing plants to their full potential.
Family back home, Peely?
They did not survive the Imperial occupation.
I'm so sorry.
I appreciate that. My parents and siblings were soft-spoken, but all of them were defiant.
Like you.
I suppose. Now all I have are my plants. They are defiant in their own way. Vines can rise in the harshest temperatures. Roots penetrate the thickest ferrocrete. That is how we will defeat the Empire. Time.
Is there any plant you can't grow?
There was a rare subspecies of a Pulia blossom that I found quite stubborn.
You still seem frustrated by it.
No, of course not. Well, yes. It sticks with me, this one, I suppose. No matter what I did, where I planted it, how I treated the soil, it refused to grow. It was like it was acting out of spite, like a petulant child. Turns out that subspecies of Pulia blossom only grows in the wild.
It only wanted to grow on its own.
That's right. You have the mind of a true botanist. We can talk later. We've expanded into our final plot, but let's chat. I can still assist in other gardening matters. The garden is fully expanded. Well done, Cal. This, of course, comes with benefits. There should now be more than enough goodness in the soil to boost the plant's growth. And, if you prefer, you could put plants in stasis at the size of your choosing.
What do you think of Kobo so far?
It's nice.
But
So many here are starving, hungry for more priorite, more credits, more land. No one is content where they are.
aren't plants the same?
How so?
Well, they're constantly hungry, constantly craving more sunlight, more space.
You have a point.
Wanting more doesn't always mean you're greedy. It just means you'd like to grow.
Wise words. I will keep this in mind as our own garden grows. We can talk later.
Plants are so pretty.
Yes, they are.
I used to look at hollow images when Papa was away.
And where is he now?
grow up, I want to be a botanist, Peely.
That's wonderful. I can teach you all sorts of...
Or maybe a chef. Or a pilot.
You have plenty of time to think about it.
How's Kata doing?
To be honest, I'm not sure the kid's been around plants, but she does like to prune leaves. And there are always leaves to prune. Grease thought she might like it here.
Nice to get some fresh air. Let me know if she needs anything.
Of course, Cal. If you feel like doing some weeding, we could use that too.
Maybe BD's up for it?
That damn Imperial ship. Sometimes I think I should have remained on Jeddah.
The Empire's there, too.
It's the shade, Cal. Of course, flora can grow in shade. Yet to grow tall requires a constant light source. Any amateur horticulturalist knows that.
How'd you get interested in plants, anyway?
Oh, it's quite simple. I wanted children, but the galaxy had other plans. And I like to watch things grow. The plants need me.